welcome to our Wednesday night success tip live right here with Destiny Global. My name is Carmen and I am a Destiny Global trainer. And tonight we are going to be talking about your finances. 10 ways for you to start saving money, keep more of your hard-earned money in your checkbook versus giving it to somebody else. Have you ever noticed that everybody on the planet is trying to get your hard-earned money? Like they're fighting over it. They're paying millions of dollars to tantalize you to spend money with them. And, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you keep. There's several different skill sets when it comes to making money. The first one is actually the easiest one, and that's learning how to make money. And that first steps to success, which is going to be coming up soon in just over a week, with July 29th through 31st in Pensacola, Florida. We still have virtual tickets left. We have a few seats left to be live with us in Pensacola. If you've never been, or if you haven't been in a while to First Steps to Success, that is the foundation for success. It's where you keep your pencil sharp. When you're in school, you got to keep going back to the pencil sharpener and keep sharpening your pencil because you're using it. That's kind of like what First Steps is. It's like your pencil sharpener for life, if you will. It's where I first learned not only how to increase my income to making millions, but then to obviously keep it. So the first skill set when it comes to making money is just making it. And again, if you're struggling to make it, that might seem like, Carmen, making money is hard. It's really not. It really isn't. It's the simplest out of all the money skills. Making it is the simplest. The second skill is learning how to keep it, because it's one thing to make it. It's a whole nother thing to keep it. And so tonight we're going to be talking about 10 different things that you can do to help you keep your money in your account. And then our third skill is actually, when it comes to money, I know somebody's saying, what's the other skill, Carmen? It is getting your money to go to work for you. If you look at your money as soldiers, it's deploying those soldiers out and having them bring home a return, having them make money for you, go on the battle zone of life and battle it out, getting your money to make more money. So, all right, so 10 tips. Make sure to stay with me to the end, because at the very end, I'm going to give you a money saving tip, so that no matter how old you are, whether you're little or whether you're big, whether you're under 18, whether you're in your wise years and you're in your 80s or 90s, some tips on how you can in 1 year save anywhere from $1,300 all the way up to $10,000 by implementing these couple strategies. And we're going to talk about that at the end. So, all right, number one is pay yourself a salary. Pay yourself a salary. Okay, so many people, the money that goes into their bank account is the money that they earn. It's all the money they earn. It goes into an account, and that is what most people spend out of. And this is what we used to do. And this is why no matter how much money we made, we were always broke. No matter how much money we made, we never had a large amount in savings. It's because we spent everything we made. And it was over a decade ago we first learned about the 70, 10, 10, and 10. And that is where we took 70% of everything we made and we put it into an account. And we took 10% to paying off, we tithed on 10%. The other 10% was paying off debt, and the other 10% was savings. So we lived off of 70% of what we made, okay? So for instance, if you're making $5,000 a month, 70% of that would be $3,500. So $3,500 would go into your spending, bill, everyday groceries, that account. 500 would go, for us, we tithe 10% of what we make. 5% would go into savings and 5% would go to debt. If you make $8,000, 70% of that would be $5,600 is what you would pay yourself. You would tithe $800, $800 would go to debt, $800 would go to savings, just giving you a few examples, okay? However, what we noticed is as you start to plug into Destiny Global, as you start to spend weekends with us at First Steps to Success, when you come to our advanced leadership training event called Creating a Dynasty, as you increase your skills, your income is going to go up. And for us, like our income went up dramatically. And several of our clients, like Sarah and Aaron Bay, they both plugged in, have several separate companies. Their income skyrocketed. This is the case of what happens with many of our clients. They plug in, they get some skill sets, they go home, they implement them, their income skyrockets. So what my husband and I decided to do, we started with the 70, 10, 10, and 10, okay? But at some point, we capped our income. At some point, we said, okay, this is what it's going to take to pay our bills. And the rest, we're going to not pay ourselves 70% anymore. We're going to cap our income. And for us, that was at $3,600. We figured out it took $3,600 to pay all of our bills, groceries, mortgage, insurance, all the things. It took us $3,600 a month to pay those bills. And so as our income climbed, let's just say when our income got to $8,000, for instance, instead of paying ourselves $5,600, we capped it at $3,600, which means we still tithe $800. And then we still, if we put $800 towards debt, that means we were putting $2,800 into savings. As our income climbed to $10,000 a month, we capped our income at $3,600. We were putting $1,000 to tithe, $1,000 towards debt. We were able to put $4,400 into savings. Now you can flop that number. You can either put $1,000 in savings and $4,400 towards debt, or $1,000 towards debt, $4,400 towards savings. Don't get lost in the weeds here. I'm just giving you some examples. When our income climbed to $15,000 in a month, again, we capped our income at $3,600. We were able to tithe $1,500 towards debt. We put $8,400 into savings, or $8,400 towards debt, wherever you want that big chunk to go to. But either way, you are annihilating your debt faster or building your savings / investment account faster. Either way, you're going to either be slamming money into a bank account or paying down your debt super duper fast. And then you get to a point where you have no debt, you're making all this cash, and you are just piling it in an account. But that only happens when you pay yourself a salary and you cap your income. So definitely start with paying yourself a salary. But as your income grows, I would highly suggest capping it so that you're not spending all that you made. Listen, time is only your friend when you do the right thing with it. Time is only your friend when you leverage it correctly. So if you are spending more on things you don't need, it's going to take longer to become financially free, to a place where you're working because you want to, not because you have to. All right. So number one, pay yourself a salary. Start with 70% of what you make. You pay yourself, you put it in an account. Last thing I'm going to say on this, and then we move on. So in our main checking account, every single month, $3,600 goes into there. By the end of the month, sometimes there are pennies, 7 cents left in that account. That is not our savings. And so at the end of the month, there's been times, especially early on when we were first learning how to budget, my husband would be like, hey, let's have steak this weekend. And I'm like, well, we don't pay ourselves again till the 1st. So there's like $6 in that account. We don't have enough money for steaks. I guess we're having chicken. And so it was one of those things where it was like, it helped us become financially responsible by only putting in what we paid ourselves every single month and forcing ourselves to live off of that. Okay. All right. I know some of your brains just went, Carmen, you were making 15 grand a month and you only paid yourself $3,600. Yes. Yes. There was months where it was $80,000, $100,000 a month, even more than that. And we paid ourselves $3,600 a month combined. Anyway. All right. Number 2, cut your memberships and subscriptions. We live in a subscription world, a membership world, especially when it comes to entertainment and apps and all the things. And so take an inventory of what your memberships you're paying. Are you paying for gym memberships? Are you paying for subscriptions to things you're not using? And cut them. Cut them off. If you're not using them or you haven't been using them, cut them out. Memberships and subscriptions were designed to be a small enough amount where you don't notice it coming out every single month. But when we first went and we started tracking our memberships and subscriptions, there was a big chunk of money that was going every month, every year, just out of our account into somebody else's account for things we weren't even using, but we just weren't keeping track. So cut memberships and subscriptions that you're not using. Number 3, cook at home. Cook at home. Ditch the drive-through, ditch the pizza runs, ditch the Taco Bell, ditch the I'm tired and I don't feel like cooking, and start cooking at home. It's substantially less money to cook at home than it is to go out to eat. In most cases, the food at home is going to be better quality, healthier, and taste better than what it's going to be at a drive-through or at a restaurant anyway. And so I'm not saying don't go out to eat. What I'm saying is becoming financially free requires you to be better at keeping your money than they are. And I say they is everybody else that's not you at taking your money. Because all the things, all the people, all the restaurants, all the drive-thrus want your money. Mr. McDonald's wants your money. Mr. Taco Bell wants your money. Mr. Pizza Hut wants your money. So it's you becoming better at keeping it than they are at taking it. So for us, we go on a date night once every week. A date night once every week. And typically that's out to a restaurant. We enjoy a nice meal together. Our family, we go out to dinner 1 to 2 times a month as a family. And it's a big deal. Unless we're on vacation, that's different. But just in our daily life, typically we will plan a meal out once every couple of weeks with our kids, with our family. And so that's what, 6 times in a month? 6 times in a month that our whole family, twice in a month, our whole family eats out. 4 times in a month, my husband and I eat out for date nights. And we plan it. It's a big deal. Everybody looks forward to it. We talk about the restaurants we want to go to versus just, hey, mom doesn't feel like cooking tonight. It's pizza again. So that would be tip number 3. Tip number 4, sell your used things. Sell them. Don't donate them. Sell them. If I were to flip this camera around right now, in my office, I have a shelf over in the corner of my office. And on that shelf is all the things that are going to be sold, going on the marketplace, going on Craigslist, going on the Nextdoor app, anywhere from kids' bathtubs, clothes the kids have grown out of, shoes the kids have grown out of, appliances in my home that I no longer use, furniture that I just want to get rid of, the old TV that we replaced. And today our cell phones make it so easy to sell things, but sell it. Don't just go donate it. Get on the marketplace, take a photo of it, and I mean, you can meet somebody, they can pick it up at your house, as a contactless pickup by putting it on your porch. You can meet them at the grocery store that you grocery shop at. You can meet them wherever you want to meet them or just have them pick it up on your porch. And it is a simple way to get money back from things you're not using anymore. So sell your old things. It literally takes a couple seconds. I still do this. I have a leather coat over there that I don't wear. It's getting sold. I listed it. And anything that I bring down until it gets listed, it piles on this shelf. And when the shelf starts to get too piled, it reminds me, okay, I need to take an hour or 2. I need to list all this stuff and get it up, get it sold. So sell your old things, all right? Sell your old things. Now, here's what I'm going to say. If you have a good cause that you like to give things to, that's different. If you have a good cause, like sometimes we'll give things to the women's shelter and things like that, that's different. But for most of us, we're giving it away because we don't want to monkey around with selling it. Again, it's about you being better. Mr. Goodwill, the gentleman who started Goodwill, he made a business and employs hundreds of thousands of people off of other people's laziness. He realized that most people don't want to be bothered with getting rid of their stuff. So he said, hey, come drop it off. We'll give you a tax write-off. And people do it. They drop off freaking huge things that they could be selling. This guy made a business off of other people's laziness. Again, it's about you being better at keeping your money than they are at taking it. Isn't that crazy? All right. Number 5, buy used when you can. Buy used when you can. So I'm not just talking about vehicles here, which obviously, yes, buy used vehicles. I made the mistake one time of buying a brand new for my 26th birthday. I decided it would be a good idea to go out and buy myself a BMW Z4 convertible. And I had worked so hard. I'd saved all this money, and by golly, you only turn 26 once. So I'm going to buy myself a BMW Z4 used or convertible. Picked out the color, the inside, brand new. Do you know when I sold that car 3 years later with less than 15,000 miles on it, the gentleman who bought it from me paid about half of what I paid for it. 3 years old, less than 15,000 miles, he paid half of what I paid. And the car was in new, beautiful condition. It only had like 2 oil changes. Still under warranty, still smelled like new. And this dude paid half. I was the idiot. He was the smart one. But this is the case for bikes. Gosh, when my kids are little, even like my daughter's 1-year-old birthday present, we went and got a bounce house. with the ball pits and a bounce house. It's in our basement. You know, the ones that cost like $400 or $500. I found it on the marketplace. It was her birthday present. Those little cars, those little Tykes cars. All my kids have had one. Got it off the marketplace. Used. Fraction of the cost. Brought it home, scrubbed it up, cleaned it up. Here's your birthday present. My kid got a 4-wheeler. Got it used for a fraction of the cost. Put a big red bow on it. Here's your birthday present, son. Consignment shops. There's shops by us called Kid to Kid. And this is where we get my kids' clothes, most of them. Why? And I wait for the sales because I can get a pair of pants for my son for $2 versus going to the store and paying $20 or $30. So buy used when you can. And my kids know, like, okay, here's our budget for your clothing. And so listen, if you want to go to the store, we can buy 4 pairs of clothes for this, $200, 6 pairs, 7 pairs, 8 pieces, or we can get a closet full for $200. And he still gets his Nike, he still gets his Under Armour, he still gets his Adidas, all the things that my son loves and wants to wear, but at a fraction of the cost. And so buy used when you can. Same thing with me. There's a consignment shop that I love, and I go there, and I love the brand Free People. But I can go get a Free People shirt for $18 versus $100 for the same freaking shirt. Again, and as you're rising to success, as you're making more money, your ego's going to rise up and your ego's going to say, no, I don't need to watch my spending. I'm making all this money, blah, 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 blah. But it really starts to become first off, it's getting better at keeping your money than they are at taking it. And I remind myself this all the time because I'm human. I have those thoughts go through my head too. Oh, I want this new outfit. I want that new outfit. I want this. I deserve a new pair of shoes, right? But at the end of the day, it's about being better at keeping my money than they are at taking it. And when I think of my money that way, it's like, yeah, they're vying for my money. They're coming up with all these reasons on why I should spend it. I have to give myself reasons on why I should keep it. And especially today, with inflation being as high as it is, with costs being out of control, with people suffering, you need to be keeping as much money of yours as you possibly can. So, all right, number 6, ask for discounts. Ask for discounts. No matter where you're at, hey, do you have a discount? Do you have any coupons that I don't know about? Ask for discounts. You don't ever, the worst thing someone's going to say is no. That's the worst thing they're going to say. I'm the teacher for my kids. Do you have a teacher's discount? Do you have any coupons that I don't have? Are there any discounts that you can give me? And what I'm going to tell you is I would say 40% of the time, I get a discount. The other 60% of the time, I don't. But 4 out of 10 times when I ask for a discount, I get one. Isn't that crazy? And if I don't get a discount, the other 20% of the time, I get something extra. They'll give me something extra. Last time we were at my mechanics, hey, do you have any discounts? Any coupons? Anything going on? Is it Ladies' Day? Is it, Coupon Wednesday? And he says, no, but you know what? I can give you this one thing, and it wasn't money off, but it was a coupon for 50% off my next oil change. Or a coupon for a free, whatever. So ask for discounts. Ask, ask, ask. You will never know if you don't ask. All right. Number 7. This is so underutilized, and I use this all the time. Use price matching and coupons. Price matching and coupons. And there is an app on my phone, and it is called Retail Me Not. It's called Retail Me Not, okay? And on your phone, it looks something, it's this purple one right here. It's a purple R, this one right here. Retail Me Not. And this app, you can literally come in here, and let's just say I'm at Macy's, and I'm buying something at Macy's. This app, I only use it because this app can be dangerous, especially for us spenders. I only use it when I'm going to a store. So let's just say I'm at Macy's, or let's just say I'm at JC Penney's, all right? And I'm getting something. Well, here, 25% off. I pull this up, a coupon, 25% off. Bam. If I'm at Michael's, if I'm at Hobby Lobby, if I'm at a store already shopping, I will go in there, I will type in the coupon, I'll type in the store, and at least half the time, there's a coupon for X amount off of my order. The other thing is price matching. Like, I love to shop at Target. Why? Because Target will price match Amazon. So if tampons are cheaper on Amazon, or if tampons are cheaper at Walmart, they will price match it. If soda is cheaper at Walmart, they will price match it. If a TV is cheaper on Amazon, they will price match it. And it's so funny because I use price match all the time. And the other day I was talking with the gentleman that worked there, and they're always a little rusty at it whenever they do it for me. And I said, do you guys just never price match? And he goes, no, you're one of the only people that come in here and price match. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, but again, would I rather keep the money in my bank account or give it to Target? And there's apps that'll help you. All you got to do is like scan the barcode and it'll help you find the cheapest deal and all of that. But you've just got to be looking for ways to keep your money instead of just being so blindly just handing it over to whoever, wherever, whenever. And this little stuff, all this little stuff adds up to thousands and tens of thousands of dollars every single year. All right, number 8, meal planning, shopping, making a list, grocery shopping, all the things. And so here's what I'm going to tell you. I was somebody who used to just go to the store on a weekly basis and buy whatever I felt like buying. And when we really got serious about keeping our money, and we really got serious about being better at keeping it than they are at taking it, it was like, okay, because so often we would throw food away and we would just have food and nothing, we'd throw food away, which is like cash in the trash. And so we started meal planning. We started, okay, here's what we're going to eat throughout the week. And then it was making a list of what I needed to buy at the grocery store. It was also seeing what I had that needed to be used up and making a list and going to the store and shopping off of the list. And if it wasn't on the list, guess what? It didn't go in my grocery cart. I just didn't get it. And it was like, gosh, what I'm going to tell you is we spend about $100 to $120 a week on groceries, right around $100 normally. Our average grocery bill is $450 to feed 5 people for the month. And there's 4.3 weeks in a month. So $450 for the month to feed five human beings. Meal planning. Prior to that, it was over $1,000. $1,000 because I'd buy things that, oh, look at these new Oreos, put those in the cart. Oh, look at this new flavor of summer Twizzlers, put those in the cart. Oh, look at the new Pepsi Nitro, put that in the cart. And so I was buying all these things on a whim, on my feelings, on my cravings versus, okay, here's what's on the list. Here's what we planned for. Here's what we're going to eat and getting it. All right. And I'm not going to say that I've never been tempted and I've never bought something on a whim at a grocery store because I have, but it's about what we do most of the time, not what we do some of the time. And most of the time, I make my list, I stick to it, I follow it. And my kids have been growing up, like they grew up this way. They know if it's on the list, this is what we're getting. And if it's not on the list, the other day at the grocery store, I'm going to be gone. And my husband's going to be home with the kids. So they were all excited because they get to have cereal. Like cereal's a treat in this house. And so they got to go pick out cereal. So I sent them over to cereal aisle and they're picking out cereal and they're looking at the price per ounce to see what cereal is the best value, the best deal. Because we co-labor together to keep our family's money. We co-labor together as a family unit to keep the money versus giving it to Kroger or Walmart or H-E-B or whatever the grocery store you're shopping at is. But make a meal plan. Shop once a week. Shop once a week. And if you forgot something at the store, improvise. Some of my best recipes have come from improvising something I forgot. All right. Number 9, wait 30 days to buy anything that is not a necessity. Wait 30 days to buy anything that is not a necessity. So when you're purchasing, your purchases fall into 2 categories, necessity or luxury. All right. If it is not a necessity, I have to have it, need it right now. Starbucks is not a necessity. I know some of you are trying to figure out how your daily coffee habit is a necessity. It's not. It is a luxury. And listen, if you're debt-free and you've got money in the bank and you are, knock yourself out. Like you can go buy all of it if you want to. But if you have debt and you are stressed financially, and your family is stressed financially, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is my Starbucks habit worth it? Is my such and such is my such and such habit worth it? When I first started working, I love to get a manicure and a pedicure. Well, it was okay. I am not going to allow myself that luxury unless I am making at least $5,000 a month. And that was my minimum. As long as I was making $5,000 a month, I would allow myself every 3 weeks to get a manicure and every 6 weeks to get a pedicure. And that was like for me personally, right? So it was being mindful of my luxury spending and not just spending in luxury constantly thinking I deserve it or somehow I'm entitled to it. So if it's not a necessity, so if you want a new pair of shoes, wait 30 days. If you still want them after 30 days, go get them. If you want a new purse, wait 30 days. If you want a new saw or a new tool for you men, wait, and it's not a necessity. Like you don't need it, have to have it. It's going to make you money. Wait 30 days and see if, after 30 days, you still want it, and then go get it. 10th and final one is go through your bank statement. Print off your bank statement, old fashioned style, print it off on a printer, not online, and get out a highlighter. Pick your color. Red, well, they don't really have red highlighters, but yellow, green, pink, purple, blue, whatever you want. And highlight all of your necessity spending and then your luxury spending. So pick 2 colors. For me, it was yellow and green. And for green was all the things that were a necessity, okay? Everything that I had to have, food, shelter, water. Now, again, when I first did this, our food budget was over $1,000 a month. I had a lot of luxury spending when it came to my food. All of the eating out was luxury. It was not necessity. All of the Starbucks was luxury, not necessity. All the Walgreens makeup purchases was luxury, not necessity. All the MAC makeup purchases were luxury, not necessity. Another black shirt, luxury, not necessity. Another Amazon must-have purchase, luxury, not necessity. And I can remember the first time we did this, and I was so defensive. Like I was like, rah! Like I wanted to defend all of my bad spending. I wanted to defend all of my bad choices. I wanted to justify them. And at the end of the day, it was like, Carmen, this isn't about you like beating yourself up for bad spending. This is about you increasing this skill so that you can become better at keeping your money than they are at taking it, because they that are taking it are really freaking good. And they have the best, smartest minds in the world getting together to figure out how to take your money. Advertising to get you to spend it. So you've got to be intentional about keeping it, or you will fall into the practice of just giving it to them through frivolous spending. All right. So go through your bank statement with a highlighter and start recognizing where are my bad spending habits? Where am I just giving my money away? Where could I tighten the belt up a little bit? And then for those of you guys, I'm going to give you a couple of different ideas on how to save some money through some fun challenges. And depending on what level of income you're at, will depend on which one of these you can do. So for an easy challenge, you take 52 weeks, which is what is in a year. So you could literally start this now. Don't be like, I'll wait till January, Carmen. You don't need to do a calendar year. You can just start today and do it 1 year. If you did the $1 challenge, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to start with $1. So it's 52 weeks. So week 1, you're going to save $1. And then every week after that, you're going to double it. So week 2 is going to be $2. Week 3 is going to be $4. Okay. And you are just going to double it. By the end of the year, you would have $1,378. $1,378 if you started with $1 and you increased it $1. If you doubled the $1 every single week, all the way to the end of the year, to the end of the 52 weeks, $1,378. If you did the 365-day challenge, okay, and you started with 5 cents, day 1, you save 5. So the first one is a week. This is a 365-day challenge. First day, 5 cents. And you doubled it. Second day, 10 cents. Third day, 20 cents. Fourth day, 40 cents. By the end of the year, you would have $3,339 in savings. If you did the $5 challenge and you increased it by $5 every week, so no doubling, you just did $5 the first week, $10 the second week. By the end of the week, by the end of the 52 weeks, it'd be $260. you would have saved $6,890 by the end of the year, starting with 5, increasing it by $5 every week. And then the last one is $2 a week. Everybody can do $2 a week. $2 a week, you increase it by $2 a week for 52 weeks, which be the last week, you're saving $104. You would have $2,756 in the bank. Extra money you're taking off the table. You're taking off the table that you're saving. Keeping it in your account versus giving it to others. And so those are just 4, and you can Google different money challenges, different ways to save money. You can make saving money fun. Most of us are making spending fun. Most of us are addicted to spending. When you start making different challenges and you start making saving fun, it gets addicting. It gets addicting. It gets fun. Like, how fast can I get my savings to 1,000? How fast can I get my savings to 5,000? How fast can I get my savings to 10,000? And before you know it, you're going to be a part of the Comma Club. And then the 2 Comma Club. I can remember the first time I ever had an account in my name over $100,000. It was like, oh my gosh. Because I grew up in poverty, right? I didn't have access to $100,000, literally $100,000 liquid cash. At the first time that ever happened, I was like, wow. Like, I just wanted to tell everybody and tell nobody all at the same time. I didn't want anybody to know I had that much cash, but I wanted everybody to know that this girl who grew up in a freaking double wide trailer had more than $100,000 in the bank account. It was like, and so you can do that too, but it just starts with implementing these 10 things we just talked about. Start a plan, start saving your money, taking the money off the table, getting it into your hands instead of everybody else's. And so thank you so freaking much for watching. We are going to be live in Pensacola, Florida in like 9 days. If you don't have your ticket, make sure to get it. This is where you're going to get the foundation of learning how to make money. Make money. That's the number 1 skill when it comes to money. After you get making it, then we'll start working with you on keeping it. Then we'll start working with you on getting it to go to work for you. But let's get that first skill mastered when it comes to money, which is you making boatloads of it. So much money that you're like, Carmen, can I get on your wait list for one-on-one coaching? Because I need to know what to do with this money. Like, I have so much money, I don't even know what to do with it. I can remember one of our clients at Destiny Global, Patrick Clunan, after coming to several First Steps to Success events, creating a dynasty, he was having a conversation with my husband, and he was like, it's wild. I have so much money. I'm making all this money. Like, I'm literally, the problem I have now is what do I do with all of it? How many of you would love to have that problem? I'm making so much money. I have this new problem of what do I do with all this money I'm making? Anybody want that problem? If you want to have that kind of problem versus not having enough to pay your bills, then I will see you at First Steps to Success in just over a week, Pensacola, Florida. And if you can't make it to Pensacola, if you can't enjoy the beautiful beaches with us, then at least get your virtual ticket. So we will see you there, and we will be back on the channel in another couple weeks with another success tip. So thank you for watching, and we will see you later.